Hello everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Darkness Rises Development. Thanks for joining us. Today's stream will feature an exclusive interview with one of DFC's own staff members. We're very excited to have our special guest, and I will introduce them shortly. Let's first start off with some quick updates and announcements. I'd like to give a shout out to Yerftastic. Thank you kindly for your donation, sir. Your support for the project is greatly appreciated, and we would not be here today without you. And this goes for all of our wonderful donators. To Disco Ninja Frog, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family. And special thanks to our latest contributor who gave us a wealthy collection of logs. We've added them to our vast library now that's growing by the minute, and we got ourselves some more content coming from the realm of chaos through the eyes of one of the strongest nulls, if you will. Moving on to updates, we do have ourselves 2 newly drawn portraits we're very excited about. So first, prepare yourselves, brace yourselves for the female troll. Ta-da! Isn't she not gorgeous? We're very happy to have our trolls finished with our new artist who hails from Italy, and I will also be showing off our first installation of Good Realms races, and this will be the male half-elf. Ta-da! And if you missed it from last week, I will also show you the male troll. Shablam. And there you have it, folks. Those are our 3 first detailed line art sketches, full body. We are very excited to continue working with this gentleman, and we will have an installment next week, hopefully, of some about 4 more new portraits. So we're very excited to show you those as well. So without further ado, let me switch over to our main stream here, and I will introduce our special guest here. You may know her as the female ogre in Chaos, Elysian, or better known possibly as Naenia. Welcome, Naenia. Thanks for joining us.
Hello there.
Hello, hello. Thanks for coming and thanks for joining us. So today's stream is going to be interesting, folks. So please feel free to post any questions you might have as we kind of go through our little list of questions here that I've prepared for her. And I'll do my best to kind of keep track of the questions you guys post on there. Make sure to put @FlowandBrainy so they kind of stand out for me, and I'll we'll kind of get to audience questions as well. So let's get right to it. We're gonna just have some fun with the interview. We'll go on as long as we can manage, and so let's start with our first question here. So Naenia, take us back to the beginning. How did you first become involved with Mythic and the Darkness Falls series?
Well, it's not a very interesting story. I guess like everybody else, I was just searching for a game online, I guess in 98, and came across Darkness Falls and logged on and had no clue what I was doing. It was so hard to figure it out. So it took about a good month or so before I actually figured out anything, and here I am.
Awesome. So now to kind of follow up on that, did you, when did you feel that you wanted to be a staff member after being a player?
Probably about a year into playing DFC. I think it was about a year. I was in Chaos and had met a couple great people, and they suggested that I go in for staff, and I just, what? No, not me. And I put in my application, and voila.
So what was that? What was that experience like? Was it easy to apply? Did they just kind of post, "Hey, you can become staff member," or was it difficult, or how did that work out?
No, it was sort of easy, in a way that I had to fill out the application, and they had a little process, and I had to use snail mail, um, because I had to sign a uh, whatever you call them. Um,
Oh, an NDA.
yeah, and then I had to go in and talk with a couple of them, and it took a couple weeks. No, maybe more closer to about a month to become a staff member.
And so my next question is what is your opinion of Darkness Falls compared to Darkness Falls: The Crusade? Did Darkness Falls follow? Or, I'm sorry, did DFC follow the original to a T? Did it kind of do justice to the game, or do you feel that one version was better?
Well, funny thing is that when I was in DF, I absolutely hated the point that they closed it down. I mean, I was just so torn, and I refused at that point to go over to DFC. I just absolutely did refused. Just put my foot down and nope, not going there. And I had emailed Mythic a bunch of times begging them to get the game back up, and I guess it was Matt who had emailed me back, and we were chatting, and he finally convinced me to give DFC a try, and that's the only reason why I went to DFC to begin with, and because I don't know, it was just, I guess maybe it was that PvP type of it was just different. It was different. And now, mind you, I did like the DFC, all of the different realms that I did like. But I liked how some, and obviously in DF, it was usually the imps were in control of the entire game usually. So. And maybe the skeletons, I guess, but it was always that fight, and it was always really exciting to log on and find out who's fighting who today, and etc. And I guess that's what I missed about DF.
I see. So, and to kind of follow on that, do you think that a game like DFC, in the past, or maybe even a new version of it, do you think that having that kind of mechanic available to players to kind of control their own realm, so to speak, with combat and PvP within their own realm, do you think that would be a good thing, or would it be a cool thing, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, that might actually work. I mean, if you could just tie in both of them like that, maybe that would. I don't know exactly how you would do it, but yeah, that would be something that would definitely work, I think.
Gotcha.
I think it would be hard maybe for balance and whatnot, but I don't know. It's something to play with for sure.
Food for thought. Food for thought. Very interesting indeed. So, what's the best thing about for you being a staff member?
Helping. I really loved helping. That was my goal, was to help and make everyone's playing experience fun. Anything I could do and everything I would do for the players. I loved it so much.
And then on the opposite, what would be the most difficult, or what was the worst part of being a staff member?
The worst part was signing that stupid NDA. That was probably the worst thing I could have done, because to me, I really believe in transparency, and I think that leaving things that isn't transparent leaves players not trusting developers and staff, because if you're hiding that, then what else are you hiding? And that was one of my biggest issues, is because on my PC I could be myself, and I really liked it, but it was when I got on my staff character, I had to be somebody completely different, completely out of my sort of realm, so to speak, and I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't tell my friends. I couldn't, if I was having a bad day or problems, I just couldn't talk to anyone about it. And up until the very, very, very end, nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody, not even my best friends on there. Nobody knew that I was staff. I mean, people had guessed, and maybe people had heard rumors, but I actually physically did not tell anybody that I was staff, because I did sign that NDA, and I held that up like really high. If I sign it, then I'm going to go by it.
Very noble indeed. So that kind of breaches into the next question I have, which is kind of based around the staff members in general, as a team, and how Mythic maintained the game. What is your kind of overall opinion on how things were taken care of via the staff members?
Not good at all. I just we touched base a little bit about this when we were talking, and it's just